Cancers! Oh my gosh, welcome to your mid-August, or rather the rest of August 2020 reading. As you know, these readings are timeless and signless, so it doesn't matter when you access the reading, and it doesn't matter if you are Cancer at all, or if you have Cancer in your chart. If this reading resonates, then it's for you. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please do feel free to look for my Etsy link. It is on this page. If you're on Instagram, it's in the bio box above on my profile. And if you're on YouTube, then you can check the description box below. All right. Right now there is up to a 2-week wait for readings. However, it doesn't need to take 2 weeks. That's just how it goes. If you'd like something quicker, definitely I offer a 48-hour reading that is written though, okay? So anyway, thanks guys. Yay. Let's jump into your reading. All right, so Cancers, what can we expect? Ooh, somebody. I heard new car for somebody, okay? I don't know if that's new like from the dealership, but definitely heard that for somebody. Could just be a new car for you. Okay, I heard store owner crisis for somebody else. Sorry. Okay, let's see. All right, Cancers, what's going on with you for the rest of August? I'm hearing somebody say, I didn't think it was my fault. All right, so that's for somebody there. And I'm getting that if for that person or whoever, if you didn't think it was your fault, I do feel that there was some significant free will in whatever happened. And I look at that free will, spiritual decree. This is literally the card for willpower. The I am, my choice. So I do feel that there was significant room for free will, and I have to be honest, I'm feeling that you were in a lot of ego, and you probably still are now, is what I'm getting. So I think that if you were to look a little bit deeper, I'm getting some grandmotherly energy connected with this somehow. If you were to look a little bit deeper, I think that you will see that there were some areas where maybe you overstepped boundaries, you didn't have to go that far in the actions that you took. I do see red energies, crimson energies connected to this, and I'm getting about 2 more weeks. So I think in 2 weeks you will have seen your role in this situation, and then it'll be about making amends for your part of it. Okay, now always remember guys, just because you apologize doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that all is going to be forgiven right away. You're not, just because you apologize doesn't mean the person's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, cool. What it does mean though is that if it's a heartfelt apology, is that you have you've come to a place of accountability, right? And that you've taken steps in the physical to remedy what it is that you did and to try to make amends. And of course, whether or not that's accepted is out of your control. Okay, so that being said, I just had to mention that that's for some of you, or at least one of you on this call. Let's see what else is going on. All right, so first card that I'm getting here, the energies are saying it's time to pay the piper. I'm getting that, and no wonder, it's continuing with this theme. It's time to pay the piper. I'm seeing that a lot of you are actually really afraid of either looking at your actions from the past or apologizing for it. There's a fear that comes with this situation because I think on some level you know that there was some wrongdoing on your part. I just saw, when I looked up, it was 4 minutes and 4 seconds, so there's that 4-4 alignment. So there was definitely some wrongdoing on your part if this reading resonates with you. And I do feel that the only way out is through. And the through part for you is going to be about, number 1, seeing what you did. Number 2, number 1, acknowledging what you did. Number 2, seeing where you may have caused damage, right, to other people and to yourself. And number 3, gathering up enough strength in the heart space is what I'm seeing to make amends. And once you do that, I see that then it's about shielding yourself and then pulling up those pants and then stepping out to take action steps in the physical to apologize. I do feel that that is what's going to elevate you and elevate your consciousness. I do feel that this is was just about to say, this is definitely a thing that, whether or not it was brought on by free will choices, it is your destiny now to move forward and to make this journey of apologizing. Just as I said that. So destiny, trust in a plan, right? So, but I'm still seeing, I would love to see this card fully aligned right there, but it's not. It's coming through like this because where we find you now is here in this stage, kind of getting ready to bridge over to this part, mustering up the energy within the heart space, right? So please definitely work on that. I'm definitely getting something about a car here. I don't know if someone borrowed a car or damaged a car or something related to a car. It's obviously not going to be all of you. Remember, you guys all share, if this reading resonates with you, you share similar dynamics in the idea that there was a disharmonious event. Your free will choice came out of ego and pride, ego especially, and kind of like from the know-it-all perspective, like I know what's right, I should be the one to be in charge, whatever, and it led to some people getting hurt. And so there's some universal dynamics. However, the details of it are going to be different depending on your story. So definitely that's the realm of a personal reading. But I'm seeing that the reason why you're even still engrossed in this, because I'm feeling some of you are like, why am I even still in this mess? Why am I even still engrossed and meshed? Like, what's going on? Like this, like maybe you don't even talk to the people anymore, or to the person, with whom you conspired, or I'm just getting conspiratorial energy. Could be third party energy. Maybe you were the other man or the other woman, right? And you're no longer even talking to the person that you slept with, that was in a connection with somebody else. Maybe this is over and done with, and so you're like, why am I even still involved in this? And as I'm saying that, I'm feeling this in the heart space here, because the answer is because there was wrongdoing on your part. This is about clearing your space. Look at this, clearing that mark, so to speak, from your field. And it's about you forgiving yourself, but sometimes other people may have forgiven you already, they may have not, but it's kind of like, on some level, it's not about whether they forgive you or not. It's about you learning the lesson. Do you know what you did? Do you know why you did it? Do you know why was it that you felt strong enough in that moment to do what you did, even though you knew that it would have hurt somebody else? Right? And in this case, it definitely looks like it did. So the question is, why would you value your momentary desire or momentary wishes? Here we are coming back to the willpower. Look, the card right underneath it is this Dark Angel. This is that step above that Dark Night of the Soul, right? This is shadow energy. So you have to go inward and ask. And look at this one hand. There's a hand right there. See? Her hand. What hand did you have in this situation? And the reason why you're still feeling this way is, even though you're no longer in connection with these other people with whom you conspired with or hurt, you have that shadow energy, and that needs to be cleared. And so you may be having guilt, and you have to clear this conscience, but you have to learn the lesson. This is about balancing karma. This is about allowing yourself to move forward, getting yourself out of this, the word I'm getting is trick situation. Now let's talk about that for a second, because trick situation is coming as if you guys who for whom this resonates, like if you're saying, yeah, but it was a tricky situation, or I was tricked, or I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, right? But look, at the end of the day, remember this. We all know the difference between right and wrong. So this is not a question about, this is not like, I didn't know it was right, I didn't know it was wrong. It's never going to be about that. It's going to be about what clouded my ability to stop myself when I knew I was getting into tricky territory, when I knew the slippery slope was coming. Now, what's a slippery slope? A quick example is this. Let's say you're at the job and you know that that person is in a connection, your coworker is in a connection with someone else, or they're married, or they're dating somebody else, or there's somebody else out there who would believe, or would have been led to believe, whatever, that they're in a connection with that coworker, right? So, but you may think, oh, it's not cheating, if we're just going to lunch, it starts off with the laughing and talking in the office. Then it starts off with the, hey, let's go to the store together on the break time. Then it starts off, let's take a smoke break. It continues with, like, hey, what are you doing for lunch? And then little by little, then for company events, you're hanging out, you're little by little, what's happening is you're breaking down the barriers towards this other person, and now you're getting into alignment with this other person. If we take, look, boink, 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 little steps towards the big C, cheating, if we take the little bitty steps towards that, nothing in our mind gets to go off. We don't get to feel like we're a bad person because we didn't know, we were just friends, and the next thing, something happened. Guys, things don't just happen like that. You have to know, wait a minute, why am I doing this? When is it getting too close to this person who's clearly in a connection with someone else, right? Running with this example. So I definitely feel that energy in this card. I know this damn energy, y'all, okay? All right, I'm feeling it. And you have to ask yourself, where did I choose to not acknowledge that what I was doing was wrong? It's not like you meet somebody today and then you end up sleeping with them the next day, and then it's like, oh, whoops, we were coworkers, and oops, we totally just slept with each other, and yes, I know he was married or she was married or whatever. So you're not going to be okay with yourself by doing that, but you are okay with yourself by going out for smoke breaks or going out for drinks or taking lunch together. Next thing you know, you're cheating around with this person who is with somebody else, right? And then you can lie to yourself and say it just happened. So this energy that I'm getting, guys, this is that shadow energy, and no matter what it is that we do in life, it's our karma. It's always going to be our karma, because nobody can make us do something. We choose to go along with something, and sometimes we may say the other person tricked us, but no, that was coming from you. And so this is a time right now where you're being called to acknowledge the shadow energy. So again, the people that you originally were conspiring with or hurting or whatever may no longer even be in your life at this time, but this shadow energy still is. And so Spirit is bringing it around for you to work on that, okay? And it's hard. Now, going back to these two cards, why are you still dealing with this? Yes, because the shadow energy is there, but also there's a part of your soul that is calling for a return to love. What is a return to love in this case? A return to love is a return to innocence, a return to being able to feel good about yourself, a return to being able to hold yourself high, hold your head high, knowing that, hey, you know what, I'm all clear within, I'm all clear with myself. Whether or not you'll ever get a chance to forgive the other person or forgive yourself or just whatever, it's about taking these action steps towards it. All right, this is the key. So Cancer, Spirit is coming through. What's going on in your life, Cancer? And sometimes we think that we didn't have choice, but look at those doors. You clearly had choices. There are clearly keys here. So this is about asking yourself, look, now it's coming here. Now we're coming into alignment here. 22, alignment, initiation by fire. These, like I told you, the first step is acknowledging where you made steps that you shouldn't have. All right. And not saying it like that, because I've been on the receiving end. So if you hear that little extra edge in my voice, trust me. So this is about taking accountability, okay, guys? And knowing that once you do, there's the alignment, okay? Hold on. Let's get some other. Yeah, so I'm definitely picking up workplace stuff and the cheating. I'm also picking up, again, there's something with a car situation. Maybe somebody... yeah, look at this. This is about transformation. This is about releasing yourself from prison. Spirit, okay, from prison. Spirit is saying that only you can be the one to release yourself from this that you've done. And that's what they mean. When you hurt other people, you only hurt yourself, right? But with this car situation, maybe somebody duped somebody else. There was some type of cheating somebody else out of money or something about a position for someone else. So guys, I'm like missing all these cards. Yeah, there's that shadow energy, dark angel. They're saying that the reason why, regardless of what it is, whether it's about the workplace cheating or the car and manipulating, or I'm getting something about apartment rentals, rent, something there, whatever the shady dealing is, they're saying the reason why you went there in the first place, why you were so in alignment with your shadows, is because you were too focused on looking at what you'd receive, right? As opposed to looking at how what how what your action of receiving whatever it is that you wanted would hurt other people. And there's the saying, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And it certainly doesn't mean you must, right? Sometimes saying no to yourself is the higher part, it's the better part of valor. And I think that this is a lesson that you had to learn. Speaking of that, there's the master healing. Still not complete yet. You see how it's coming out? Right now it's aligning with karmic clearing. So this is about justice, is the card that I'm, not card, the word I'm hearing, and I'm seeing that here. Um, Bringing yourself to justice, because remember, it's always going to be about yourself. It's always going to be about yourself. 16 minutes, 16 seconds, that's alignment, okay? It's always going to be about you bringing yourself to justice. When you go to the other side, nobody here is like, you bastard. You know, maybe the people you hurt, yes, until they have healed their wounds, right? But for you, nobody is judging you. You are judging you. And that's why Spirit is saying it's you who has to bring yourself out of this place of imprisonment by taking steps in the heart and moving through. You are the very means by which you can elevate yourself, just like you are the very means by which you can take yourself lower in your journey toward back towards love, right? Um, Sometimes it's not a, they say sometimes, they are saying, I mean, sometimes it's not about receiving what it is that you want, it's receiving what it is that is in your highest. And what's in your highest is always going to be in the highest of all involved, because what's in your highest is always going to be in alignment with truth and justice and love. Justice is the word here, okay? As I'm looking at your energy, I do see that you're ready and you're dedicated to taking on this path to higher evolution for yourself. At the same time, you're also in alignment with learning about your karmic past, learning about what it is that you've done, and not what has been done to you. This is about what you have done, right? The reactions you have taken to the stimuli that you've encountered in this lifetime. And delving in, there's the dark night of the soul. I do feel that for whatever this situation is, you have had some significant learning come through, some significant awareness. I do see that you have practiced safer methods, they're saying. I see that this is come, like, I'm seeing that you've learned a lesson, and I see that you're aligning. See, it's still not completely aligned, but you're aligning now, and you're starting to see cause and effect. Because I feel on some level, and this might feel controversial to some people, but I feel on some level you may have gotten off easy in this situation. Like, you may have been able to walk away Scots free, whatever, to walk away without repercussion. And why that may seem a little bit controversial, even though I'm seeing that you're agreeing with this, you're definitely agreeing, like, yeah, I did. That's the energy. I did. That's literally just the two words coming out compared to what could have happened. And maybe some people would say should have happened. You were able to disconnect from this situation and walk away from it. And yes, I do see some lucky stars in your path, dear God. Very lucky stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I feel that the lesson wasn't lost on you, right? The lesson wasn't lost on you. Yeah, so I see that you were able to. There's something, though, that you were not able to get as a result. I do see that there may have, karmically speaking, as I'm reading this energy, I feel that there was something you could have come into alignment with that would have been awesome for you, but it's almost like spirit moved it out. Like, not, spirit didn't move it out of the way. You became, because of this action, there was some kind of karmic repercussion for it. But I think the good thing, so you would have gotten something, whatever it was, not say for good behavior, but you through your actions took yourself out of alignment of being able to come into whatever that goodness is. And you've been lucky because you don't know what that was. Some of you may know, but some of you may not. Let's say if it was a new home, you ended up not getting on that track to what could have led to a new home, for example. Instead, you may be led somewhere else and you're on that trajectory. I do see that this, whatever this is, it was significant enough to be in this reading. I'm seeing this card being covered, spiritual service. I'm seeing that this, whatever action you took was a spiritual disservice in some way. So it is kind of like a boo-boo on your record a bit. But I see that you're working through it. Look at this. I was going to say, look at the, sorry, I'm channeling. I was going to say, look at the mirroring. But the words that wanted to come out is look at the mastery, right? They're acknowledging your mastery and being able to pick yourself up and to know that you did something shitty, pardon the words, but this is some deep shit, so to speak. And it's like, but still, you're able to pick yourself up, and spirit is here to help you with that. Now, not everybody is able to pick themselves up through something that happens like this, but I do feel that you were able to and are able to. Look at this wisdom of the divine feminine coming through, very good energy for you in the now, right? Golden light alignment. So whatever you're doing really well, and in that you're continuing on your path to make amends. But it's not only about making amends, if you'll ever get to make amends, but it's about seeing where you messed up, clearing your energy and working on your shadows. That's the best you can do, because if you work on your shadows, you won't repeat that, and you won't be hurting other people, and you won't be hurting yourself. But whatever this is, I do see that you might have cut your arm off a little bit with this. But again, very lucky in the way that you got out of this situation. And sometimes it's lucky that you don't know what you're missing out on as a result. Because if God's like, oh, you were going to get this, the love of your life was coming, or this major house, or, and then it's like, and sometimes it's good when you don't see what was coming to you, because then you don't know what you're missing. And instead you can focus without having the regret of, Anyway, guys, I gotta go. 22 minutes already, and I gotta keep this video short for Instagram. If you want a personal reading with me, please do feel free to check me out. But remember that right now, there's a maximum of 2 weeks for your video to be ready. However, it could be just 2 days. We don't know, but just for you to know. All right. Mwah. Bye, you guys.